Well, hey, everybody, and welcome to week one of the 75-day challenge. Excited to have everybody joining us for this challenge. Wanted to do a quick walkthrough of week one. Right now, we're going to go over the workout basics for this first week, talk through some moves, and really just make sure everybody's on the same page for what this week is going to look like. First and foremost, for the first 3 weeks, so week 1 through week 3, we're going to be doing what's called just foundations, very foundational moves. So we're still going to be lifting heavy. We're still going to be moving quickly. But the goal more than anything else is that we're getting a good baseline for all of our moves. We're getting a good idea of how strong or how weak we actually are, what our limits are, what our challenges are, and then we can build off of those between week 4 and week 12. So be patient. Don't feel like you have to push yourself to be hitting personal records in these first couple weeks. These are just the foundations, just getting started, things of that nature. So jumping into Monday, every Monday for the next 3 weeks is going to be primarily focused on chest and back. You can see in the workout plan that we're going to get started with 90 seconds of cardio. You can choose if you want to walk, run, bike, whatever you want to do, jump rope. Do that for 90 seconds. Then we're jumping into 3 rounds. 3 moves for 3 rounds, 10 push-up to downward dog, 30-second dead hang, and then 10 Turkish sit-ups with a dumbbell in each hand, alternating. Going to do that for 3 rounds. The goal here is that we're showing up to the gym, or if we're doing it at home, as soon as we get in, we are jumping right into the workout. We're not wasting any time. As soon as we finish those 3 rounds, we're jumping right into strength block number 1, which is going to be 4 sets of bench press, superset with 4 sets of chainsaw, dumbbell, and or kettlebell rows. Bench press should be flat bench with a barbell. If you don't have a barbell, you can work it in with dumbbells or kettlebells. That rep count there that you see is 12, 12, 12 for the bench press, and then 10, 10, 10, 10 for the rows. Goal here is we finish first round we'll do 12 bench press. We're going to rest for about 30 seconds, then jump right into the chainsaw dumbbell rows. Once you complete 10 of those rows on each arm, you're going to rest for about 90, 120 seconds before you jump right back into the top of set 2. We're going to do that for 4 sets. Then we'll move straight into block 2. Block 2 and 3 are conditioning blocks. They're going to be higher heart rate, moving a little bit quicker. So block 2 starts with 5 rounds. It's going to be 1/8 mile run. If you need to sub that for a bike, for a row, whatever, let me know if you need help converting that. But 1/8 mile run. We're going to go into push-ups, and this is where you'll see the rep count, 9, 12, 15, 12, 9. That means each round. So the first round we'll do 9 push-ups. Second round we'll do 12 push-ups. Third round, 15. Fourth, 12. Working our way back to 9. Goal here, minimal rest. Try and really use that run as recovery. So it should be a challenging pace, but make sure that we're breathing and that we can come into those push-ups. We're not out of breath. It's not a sprint. It's a run. So we'll do 5 rounds of the 1/8 mile run and push-ups. Then we go straight into block 3, which is going to be, we're going to keep that run, same distance, same pace, but we're going to then do inverted rows or ring rows, whichever one works for you. Goal here, same thing as block 2. We're moving quickly at a consistent pace. We shouldn't get back from the run and be out of breath. We should be able to jump right back into the rows. Then once we finish our last round on block 3, we're going into a quick cool down for the day. Tuesday is going to be lower body focus, primarily on the squat. You can see the warm up there. Then we're going straight into every 2 minutes and 30 seconds for 5 sets. So every 2 minutes, 30 seconds, we're going to do back squats. Each round, the rep count's going to change. It's going to go 10, 12, 14, 12, 10. We'll do 2, maybe 3 if you need to, warm-up sets on the back squat to get to your starting weight. That first set of 10 should be a very challenging set of 10, so it should be a working set. And you should have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank after that first set. Then we're going to go into 12, 14, 12, and 10. The goal is that we're keeping the same weight for all 5 rounds. So by the time we get to that last set of 10, we should be pretty fatigued. It should be a challenging 10. The hardest rep count should be that last 10 just because we're building fatigue. We'll go straight from those 5 sets of back squats. If you need to sub that out, you can do a goblet squat, body squat, dumbbell, kettlebell, front squat, whatever your equipment is, just substitute for that. Then we'll go into 4 sets of glute ham raises. You can do those with your feet up against the wall. If you're working out with somebody, you can have them hold the back of your feet just to keep you stable. Whatever works for you. If you have a leg raise machine, if you're going to a gym, you could use something like that too, or a hamstring curl machine rather. That's going to be 8 to 10 reps. The goal here is that as we go down into that move, we're going nice, slow, and controlled for about 5 seconds on the way down, really engaging those hamstrings, those glutes. Then we'll finish those 4 sets, go into an AMRAP. AMRAP is as many rounds as possible, in this case for 15 minutes. So we're just moving nonstop for 15 minutes, pushing the pace, but trying not to burn out at the same time. This AMRAP is going to be 12 goblet squats, 14 box jump overs, 16 walking lunges, and then we'll do a 12 cal bike or 14 cal row or quarter mile run. Going into Wednesday, we are focusing on shoulders, arms, and glutes. We're going to get started with the warm-up. You're going to find that pretty much every day our warm-ups are going to be very, very simple. The goal here is that we're just breezing through them, getting the heart rate, getting the blood pumping, and moving. We're going to go straight into a 6 sets of split stance RDLs, aiming for 12 to 15 reps. This is going to be with dumbbells or kettlebells. It's going to be every 2 minutes, 30 seconds for 6 sets. Goal here is that we're splitting up our feet and really putting a lot of pressure just on one leg. This is going to help with just stability, balance, and we'll build off of this as we go into deadlifts. We'll do some single leg RDLs and things like that in the future. This is just really helping us get that baseline, 12 to 15 reps each leg. So this is high volume. So find a weight that works for you. Do 1 or 2 warm-up sets before you jump in. You can go up or down in weight on this block as needed. Then we'll go straight from those 6 sets into 3 sets of bench dips and Z-press. Z-press preferably with a barbell, but if you only have a kettlebell or dumbbells, you can do it there. Z-press, just a quick note there, keep the core nice and tight. Try not to be moving your back forwards or backwards too much. Try and be very strict on that Z-press. And then we're ending the day with our conditioning block. It's going to be a 7-round chipper. Really just means that we are slowly chipping away at the workout. You can see the rep count there is 3, 6, 9, 12, 9, 6, 3. So we're building up and then building back down. Basic pyramid rep count. That's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 9, 6, 3, dumbbell or kettlebell snatch, burpees, and tuck ups. So those are the 3 moves that we're going to be doing. That shouldn't take too long, but if it's helpful, remember by the time you finish your 12 reps, you're well over halfway through the workout. So just keep moving, chip away at it. Don't think too much about how much you have left. Again, it's a chipper. Slowly chip away. Jumping into Thursday, this is going to be a cardio day, active recovery. If you are not feeling great going into Thursday, maybe you're getting sick, or maybe you're just feeling super fatigued from the workouts, feel free to use this day as a second rest day. But for those of us that want to be moving, the goal here is that we're doing 30 minutes of zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio is known for being a conversational pace, meaning that if we were jogging together, we could be talking, maybe not having a full 30-minute conversation, but if you ask me a question, I could quickly respond. So we're at about 60 to 70% of our max heart rate. That's a brisk walk, an easy jog. It's a steady cycle, rowing at a moderate, consistent pace. So the goal is that we're not peaking out, but we're at a like 60, 70% max heart rate. All right, going into Friday, we're doing squat and upper body pull. That's the main focus for the day. Jumping into a quick warm-up and then going straight into every 2 minutes for 5 sets. Bent over rows, that rep count, you can see there 10, 12, 14, 12, 10. Those bent over rows, make sure you're keeping a solid tempo for that. Pulling into the move, holding for 1 second, and then going 3 seconds on your way down. This is higher volume, so make sure you pick a good solid weight to get started with. Just like the squats on Tuesday, we want to stick with one weight for all 5 sets. So make sure that first set of 10 is challenging, but you still have some left in the tank because we're going to have to work our way all the way up to 14. Feel free to go down in weight if your form is not where you want it to be. If you can tell that you can't handle the weight, of course, always go down, but really try to start out at a weight that you can stick with. We'll go straight from that into every 3 minutes for 4 sets, back rack forward lunges, nice and controlled, nice and slow moves. This is really going to help us build some stability in each one of our legs. So we'll do 8 reps each leg. On this one, I want us to be going up in weight each round. First round, you should have 1 or 2 reps left in the tank, but by the last round, it should be pretty much to failure. Then our conditioning block for the day is going to be 3 rounds for time. Move through this quickly. We're going to do 1/8 mile run, 10 box jumps, 5 to 10 pull-ups or rows, depending on where you're at. If you can, of course, do 10. If you don't have 10, aim for 5. The goal is that if we can only do 5, we're not doing 5, waiting 30 seconds, doing another 5. I'd rather us just do 5 and really push the intensity through the workout. And then that last move there is 10 hanging knee raises. Make those super, super, super controlled. Don't cheat. Through those 3 quick rounds 4 times. Push the pace, work hard. It should be 10 to 13 minutes only, so it's not a long conditioning piece at all. Going into Saturday, Saturday is going to be hinge and upper body push. So we'll jump right into our warm-up and then go into a deadlift. Pyramid rep count, 5, 7, 9, 7, 5. Your starting weight is what you're going to stick with for all 5 rounds. So pick something challenging, but that you can get done. And be mindful, rest is minimal at only 2 minutes between each set. So pick your weight with that in mind. Then we're going into block 2, which is going to be 3 to 4 rounds, depending on how much time you have. 1/10 of a mile farmer carries. Going into seated plate raises, take as much rest as you need, but try and keep it under 60 seconds after each move. Try and get through these 3 to 4 rounds pretty quickly. Keep things nice and controlled. Keep that core tight on both moves. Once you complete those 3 to 4 rounds, we'll jump into a 20-minute EMOM. EMOM stands for every minute on the minute. So every minute we will be doing a different move. Minute 1 is going to be 1/8 mile run. Minute 2 is going to be 10 push press. That can be dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell. Minute 3 is going to be single leg dumbbell or kettlebell RDL. And then minute 4 is going to be dumbbell floor press. You can also do a bench press if you would prefer. And then minute 5, we're going to be resting. So go ahead and write those down on a whiteboard if you have it before you jump into the workout. That'll just help you in the long run. Then Sunday's going to be a rest day. Use it to recover. You can do some stretching, do some yoga if you want to, but don't feel like you have to. Goal from Sunday is that we're recovering and getting ready for the week ahead. All right, guys, let's get after it. This week's going to be a great week. And if you need anything, reach out to me, text me, DM me. Happy to help with whatever your needs are. Let's have a great week.